What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to a supplemental defense spotlight. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Skyguard Tower. As we all know, in patch 1.1, the Skyguard Tower has changed, where previously it used to shoot 4 projectiles out of each tube, 1 tube at a time. It now shoots 1 projectile out of each tube, 1 tube at a time, for a total of 3 projectiles in the air. Now, in light of that, the scaling has changed a little bit, and although the shard setup, the recommended shard setup, really hasn't changed much, I personally did change one of my shards. Now, if we look at them here, it's at 1.5 million DPS. It used to be at 1.59, so it was a little bit higher before. And as always, the Skyguard Tower, I will never ever use it without Deadly Strikes. Of course, you can get bigger numbers on the tooltip if you don't use Deadly Strikes. However, the Skyguard's got to have the range. I mean, Deadly Strikes is a must-have, and I personally would never recommend anyone going without Deadly Strikes if they have the shard. Now, as you notice, I now am using Vampiric Empowerment, Power Transfer, and Deadly Strikes. Now, previously, I was using Destruction instead of Vampiric Power. And with Destruction in the mix, we're going to see that DPS now drops down to 1.48 million. So although it is a very, very slight change, it is a little bit higher with the gear I have using Vampiric Empowerment instead. Now, one important thing to note, this particular medallion that I use does have very high defense health. It's actually my highest substat. So depending on what your substats are, your results may vary, and you may be better off using Destruction instead. But with my particular setup, with the high defense health as a substat, I'm going with Vampiric Empowerment, and I've been having just great results with it. So hopefully this helps everyone out. I know there was a lot of question about Skyguard Towers with the recent changes, and the setup really didn't change that much. However, you may want to play around with some different shards for best results. Now, I've also tried it with a totem with defense health, with Vampiric Empowerment on it, and Power Transfer. Did not get very good results. It was actually the number 2, and the 3rd ranked actually now is a Mark. So using a Mark with defense crit damage, and I've tried it with all of them: Destruction, Power Transfer, Vampiric Empowerment. I've tried it with all of them with a Mark, and I'm not getting anywhere near the results as I do with the medallion. So depending on what your substats are, you're going to want to go with Deadly Strikes, Power Transfer, and then either Vampiric Empowerment or Destruction, depending on your substats. So once again, hope this helps answer some questions. I will indeed be back soon with some more Dungeon Defenders 2. I've been having an absolute blast chasing the leaderboards here today, and going to be a lot more of that coming this weekend. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.